Oh shit, did I start the video? I guess I did. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Jose Hustle every day. Mind over matter, mental tussle every day. Yeah, that's right, we got that muscle every day. And if a nigga wanna fight, then we could scuffle every day. What's up with y'all, man? So happy to see y'all. I'm so happy to be back here again. I'm sorry, I'm over here dealing with some shit on the side. I'm just setting up what we're gonna be doing for this video right now. It's gonna be a reaction video, y'all. Today's gonna be one of those days. We're gonna have a reaction. I wanna have a couple of reactions. I wanna put up a couple of reaction videos up on the channel. You know, I just wanna do a couple of those. I think it would be pretty cool to have a few reactions with me reacting to what I'm going to be reacting to. And I think that you would like it too, because you're here, right? So come fuck with the kid, man. What's up? So this video is going to be called The Hidden Dangers of Ignoring Your Mental Health. This video is on Motivation Madness, and Jordan Peterson is going to be talking on the screen about, you know, mental health and some things that have to do with it. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you would want me to react to in the comments, if anything, and we'll get it popping. Get more gang, I love y'all. I'll essentially just be watching this as soon as this fucking ad. Shut the fuck up.
Can you shut the fuck up?
This is, I think, why people are so obsessed in some sense with the search for fundamental meaning. This is a good story. So you can imagine two people laying bricks. They're building a gigantic wall, and the one person thinks, oh my God, you know, this wall is going to take 100,000 bricks. I'm laying one at a time, and I'm wasting my life away trivially adding to this gigantic brick wall. And what am I doing? This is absolutely miserable, brick by brick. And the other person thinks, in 300 years, this is going to be a cathedral. And so the person in the second state is doing exactly the same thing at a local level, laying bricks, but each brick is related to a very high goal. And that means the reward that's attendant upon the laying of the brick is proportional to the goal of the entire behavioral process.
Man, it's only been like a minute into the damn video, and he already just dropped a gem right out his pocket purposefully, because that's just what Dr. Jordan Peterson is so good at, just purposefully dropping those gems. If you're willing to catch them, he drops a lot of them. And damn, you know, that was a good one. You know, there's the first person who's putting brick after brick after brick, telling themselves, what am I doing? You know, I'm wasting my life here. I'm not doing anything that's useful towards me. You know, this is pointless. And there's a second person who thinks in a few hundred years, these bricks will be a palace. These bricks will be a cathedral. These bricks will be a kingdom. And that is, man, that's mind-blowing, because the truth is that it's all about perspective and how, ooh, my camera. Sorry, baby. You good? I'm good? We good. All right. So yeah, the truth of it all is just perspective and how you look at it. You know, they're doing the same exact thing, but they feel completely different about what they're doing because they are looking at it in a completely different manner. One being a very negative, anti-productive manner, and the other one being a very positive, productive manner. You know, and the end result will be as such. The first guy might quit. He might not amount to a lot. But the second guy, he will have a palace. He will have a kingdom. He will have the cathedral. Maybe he might not live to see that fully made, but the fact that he has the perspective and the vision in mind is what makes all the difference. And I think that's probably what Jordan was trying to get at with that little piece right there, which is, that's a W lesson right there. I'm going to continue right here.
So if you're aimless and goalless, then you can't elicit any positive emotion. And if your goals are fragmented, which is also what happens if you're aimless or your goals lack unity, if your goals are fragmented, then no given behavioral manifestation can elicit any dopaminergic reward, because it's not a step forward to anything desirable. One of the things, well, I did write about this in my first book, particularly about putting your house in perfect order. It's like, well, if you're lost, one of the things you can do is look around and see what direction you could take locally. Fix something. Find something that you could do that would make things better, that you would do. And there's a humility in that too, because especially if you're in a low energy state, it's like, oh my God, you know, I don't have enough energy to make dinner. It's like, do you have enough energy to put a fork on the table? And sometimes people are so depressed that that's really all they can do. Can you take a small step forward, no matter how small that is? Implement a micro routine, even something like washing a cup and putting it back in the shelf. And you know that's a good thing because you have a shelf and there's cups on it. You've already decided that's an appropriate way to live, is to have your coffee cups on a shelf. If you go ahead with cleaning out the cup and putting it on the shelf, then you've taken steps towards a valuable micro goal. You get a dopamine kick from that. That transforms itself into adrenaline and energizes you. In part, what the dopamine system is doing. So imagine that the purpose of the dopamine system is to elicit a satiating reward, fundamentally. But then the satiating reward is something that has to be approached in steps. And so in order to maintain the motivation necessary to approach the satiating reward, you have to mark each of the steps with a marker of pleasure.
Again, another little knowledge nugget right there that I just picked up on. You know, with micro goals and progress, it can be very hard to hit that 1% in your own goal. But taking those small steps towards the bigger goal in mind, I think is what he's trying to get at. You know, doing the least amount possible, even if that's what it has to be, the least. If you could do the least, then you can slowly build up to do the most when it comes to overcoming challenges and progressing in your own personal goals. And I think that's a very important thing to point out nowadays, because I feel like even myself, I get so caught up in wanting to make progress that I actually forget and ignore the progress that I've already made. And that is so damaging towards the overarching process that it literally diminishes what you've already done to nothing. You know, because you're not even looking at it. You know, you're not even paying any attention to it. And, you know, that's almost a slap in the face to you, because your whole point when it comes to your goals is, I want to progress. That should be the meaning of goals, is to progress until you reach that point. But to progress past where you were yesterday and not acknowledge that progress because you're already on to more progress, like, you know, that's fucked up for you. You should always take into account where you started and where you are that day, and also acknowledge that. Every day you should acknowledge the little progress, even if it's 0.5%, even if it's 0.1%. It is still a lot more than where you were when you started this shit. And I think that's another message that Dr. Peterson was trying to bring with those words. You know, another dope knowledge nugget that I hope you guys picked up on. And if you didn't, then I hope that you picked up on it from me, because I be talking my shit. And that's on what? That's on God, boy. That's on God. Praise Jesus.
Small things are not small. You might have the cognitive appraisal that doing...
Hey, what he just say? Small things are not small. They're not. Small things are big things, man. Because that step might mean everything to you. That one small step might mean the world to you. And is the world a small place? The fuck it is. Get lost in this motherfucker, all these damn countries and continents and shit. You know there's over like 200 languages on Earth. God damn. Like, is that a language? I'm stupid. Nah, bro, but man, that is, oh my God, that's a S. That's a S tier lesson right there. Small things are not small. You should never look at small things as being small. Small things are big to you. You're the only person that it should matter for. If it's a big thing in your heart, let it be big. Let the others think it's small. Fuck them, they small. You big though, we up. If they want to come around, they better stop talking that shit, because we don't do that at the winner circle. We uplift. We uplift and carry, so that the devil can never parry. What's up? I got bars every day, man. Don't talk to me. Nah, talk to me, please. I get lonely sometimes, and I need conversation. But yeah, S tier Jordan, man. S tier Jordan.
Appraisal that doing something local, like cleaning up your room, is small, but it's not obvious at all that that's the case. It's not that trivial to put your immediate surroundings in order, and it can easily be the stepping stone to putting things in order on a broader scale. In fact, it's probably the necessary stepping stone to do that. You can pat yourself on the back, especially if you're depressed, a little harder than you might otherwise, by saying, you say, well, this is trivial, but I did it. It's like, no. If you're moving ahead, That's not small. You just keep doing that, you're going to get out of this paralyzed or retreat mode. If you're in the zone of proximal development, you're pushing your skill development one increment forward. And it's one that you can actually manage. Imagine that you have someone who's habitually avoidant. And maybe they're avoidant because when they become possessed by negative emotion, they become hyper aware of their internal state and they feel the panic. And so then they freeze or retreat. And they do that constantly. And then they're in this terrible negative emotional state all the time because every time they see a stimulus that's associated with retreat, they get gripped by these interoceptive sensations. And so you say to them, well, we're going to reverse that. Instead of you being gripped by that, you're going to expose yourself to that voluntarily. So if you do that repeatedly with people, not only do they stop being afraid of the things that you're showing them, that you're exposing them to, but they become more likely to approach other things they're afraid of, far more likely. In fact, it doesn't exactly look like people get less afraid at all. It looks like what happens is they learn to get braver.
That's all I be hearing when I'm talking to bro. When I'm listening to this dude, all I hear is pow, pow, pow. To the noggin, pow, pow, pow. Headshot, pow, pow, pow. Face shot, pow, pow, pow. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. People never become less afraid. They just get stronger. To be a human without fear is probably one of the stupidest things. Because fear keeps you safe. Too much fear holds you back. But learning to overcome that fear holds you up, pushes you forward towards other things that you might be scared to do. Exposure therapy, I hear, is very real. The more you are exposed to something, the less of a hindrance you might find it to be. Think about being scared of the ocean, right? For example, I'm pretty scared of the fucking ocean. I'm not gonna lie to you, the ocean is very scary. How could I work towards not being scared of the ocean? Well, learning how to swim in a pool would be a start, over time, progressing to bigger bodies until I get to the ocean and swim in the ocean. And then I realize it ain't that bad. There's a lot of scariness out there, but there's a lot of good and a lot of great as well. Because the key to overcoming fear is strength. It is not to get rid of the fear, because the fear will always be there. It will be to add something to combat the fear, which is strength. And that is a very, very powerful message that I just love that he pointed out. Me being a person that is fearful of things, just as I assume almost all of you in my... Oh, fuck, I keep kicking the damn tripod. As I assume almost all of you watching this video are, and for the small percentage of people that say they're not, boy, you either lying or you are a psycho. Either way, get the fuck up from around me. Which I'm not scary at, boy. But yeah, no, that's a very powerful message. Confront fear with strength. You might fall, but you might rise. You never know until you try. I don't really want to make this video too long, but all of these things, what do they have to do with mental health? My takeaway, at least, is to be strong, think small, and go big. And I think that doing those things in accordance with how you feel can definitely help you mentally reach bigger goals, reach them faster in a more productive manner, and make you ultimately a happier person. Don't ignore your mental health, guys. Don't ignore your mental health. Never ignore how you feel, because however you feel, regardless of what it is, it's valid in your way. And try to find productive ways of dealing with those mental hindrances that you might have in your life. Be it talking with a friend, be it research, be it having some time off to yourself. But please don't delve too deep into the darkness that is your mind, because sometimes that darkness has a way of staring back into your soul and replenishing all the happiness that you have. So please love yourself, love your mental, think about your mental, try to be productive. And I hope that this video helped point out a couple of things for you guys, as it did for me. I still have a good, there's still a good 7 minutes left in the video, and I'm not going to watch the rest just because it's going to be a long ass video. So if you guys want to, you can finish the rest of the video. I'm sure there's a lot more nuggets to be picked up on. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening. Wherever you find yourself, I hope you are found well, healthy, and strong. Bless you guys. And yeah, it's your boy, Jose Hustle. Every day, mind over matter, mental tussle every day. And you guys are the Gamo gang, the Gamo gangsters. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I've said it multiple times and I don't care. I'll say it again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You got a problem with it, then leave, nigga. Fuck up on my face, fool. But I know you guys don't, because you love me and I love you too. Mwah. You guys take care. Have a good night. And remember to always shoot for the stars. Aim for the moon. Because no matter where you land, you will always be out of this world. And I hope that you guys truly know that. I love you guys and girls. And I will see you in the next video. Deuces.